What's going on? What's going on? Welcome. All right, let me just put the link in the announcement in a second. Oh, shadow band is annoying. So I get a email. Somebody I went to school with that works at Google talking about they hiring and shit. So I'm hiring now. You know, I got people on payroll that's not working. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. But stability is key right now. So I'm not even gonna entertain that. All right, give me a second, y'all. Thanks. Can y'all hear me now? Let me know. Press one if you can. Hello, hello. Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, my bad, man. I didn't know I had the headpiece in from when I was recording that thank you video earlier. So yeah, I appreciate it. But no, as I was saying, a friend of mine, well, not really a friend, but an old college friend of mine, he he was telling me that they're hiring because he got in at Google, and salute to him. It's very difficult to get into, um, and he said that I should shoot my shot there. I was thinking like, why are they hiring now with everything that's going on? But so maybe they're preparing for the overflow, because I'm pretty sure they're backed up with shadow bans and shit that's going wrong, in all this time. Now I don't really know what that has to do with developers, but maybe they want to make a more sophisticated, algorithm. So who knows? Um, but just to let y'all know that the shadow ban thing and stuff like that, they're working on it. It's on their mind, as far as I know. I didn't get the particulars on that with him because he doesn't know I have a YouTube channel, nor should he. I can, for good reasons, for obvious reasons, I keep this shit separate. All right, so let me right quick. I'm just gonna copy this link. I should have did this before I hopped on. Gonna copy this link and put it in the announcement video. Give me a second. All right, and just for y'all to know, this is something to prepare. This video is going to be about preparing brothers for, who want to have, let's just say, international escapades. All right, so here, let's just do that in the chat room. All right, there we go. All right, so now that that's out the way, so so for good reason, I got off the phone. I took a really good nap right now. That shit felt great. But for good reason. I had a long overdue and very important conversation over the phone with C Boogie a few hours ago. Just about stuff that we've been going through for obvious reasons. It's no need to really explain that to y'all if y'all been following me lately. So for obvious reasons, a conversation needed to take place. In the conversation, he talked about we were talking about the conversation that we had in the past that really I don't know what you want to call it, sparked tension initially, and that was about the double standard between international women, black or otherwise, and domestic black women that exists. So I'm not sure if I covered it enough, because I know that I do tell y'all to keep your guards up at all time. or protect yourself at all times rather. But I'm not really sure if the message is reaching everybody. So it got me thinking on that, and I want to kind of like really hammer that in, really hammer that in. So they are different. Let's start there. There are they are different and should be treated as such. The trust factor should not just be 100% simply because they were born in a patriarchy and was raised in one. You see, you got to understand something, fellas. This message for the fellas. I don't really know about the ladies who want to have their Jamaican rendezvous or whatnot. I did meet one who had an international lover, and she was very skittish. But they're married. I still get WhatsApps from her. They're married now. Their first anniversary is on the second, and she just hit me saying that she was upset that she won't be able to go there to meet him. Um, but I don't really recommend her situation entirely because she is Dominican. And even though she was born here, her parents are Dominican. She speaks the language, she's familiar with the culture, and she visited there regularly. So it was an easier transition. So anyway, but back to the fellas. Um, I don't want anybody to ever think that Game Changer led you to believe that you should let your guard down simply because you're out the matrix. If you remember in the movie, when when the people were unplugged from the matrix and shit like that, they still got killed. Many of them still got killed. I mean, yeah, you and Zion and you partying and shit, but I mean, they had their military. Like, don't get it twisted. They had their protection. They know that you could still get fucked up. Even though you're out the matrix. Just because the matrix is more dangerous for you doesn't mean that reality isn't dangerous. Now, before I get into that, let's discuss what the matrix is. And I'm talking about the analogy of it from the movie. It's meant to be an ideal paradise for humans. That's what it was designed to be. Now, it's very important that you take that into consideration when you think about it, because isn't America designed to be that? I mean, really stop and think about it. Like, we pretty much have access to any and everything we want. And the only limitations is our labors and intellectual property. And, there's other factors like inheritance and things like that. But, you know, it was really designed for comfort for both men and women. Now, things are tilting to the woman's side significantly, but that was the allure of the US. And it still is. It speaks to the nature of the individual right now. It doesn't really speak to the nature of collective and, sustaining the collective, but it does speak to the nature of the individual. For example, free love, hookup culture, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There are very obvious aspects of that would make a man want to sign up for it, especially a young man. In fact, almost um, completely a young man. I mean, think about it. If you grew up in Sharia law, you never seen a titty. I'm talking about, like, you could be like 24 years old, never seen a titty. I think somebody in that situation would like to see the titty. And if she got two of them, oh god damn. I know they walking around like, what the fuck does a titty like look like? All I see is carpet and veil. Maybe an ankle from time to time, but that's it. So there is a part of the nature of Western society that would appeal to somebody who grew up in that situation. There is a draw to the matrix. It's designed for that. It's designed to appease your basest instinct, both men and women. But it's not designed for families. Now, um, so now we discuss what the matrix is. Now let me tell you about what happens out of the matrix. So for those of you who recall, the original topic is why are they treated different? Well, and I still stick by the fact that they are different, but once again, the trust factor should not be the same. You see, because understand this, they have the same nature um, as the women who were born in a matrix. Let's be clear. And they have some of them have a draw to it. Just like a young man who never seen a titty has a draw to places where girls gone wild and slut walks exist. You know, they have a draw to that. So, when you're abroad, and this is my experience from limited travels, look for signs. Is this an American woman in a foreign situation? Is the question that you should be asking yourself. And this isn't a matter of things like tattoos or anything like that or selfies and shit like that. I mean, maybe those are indicators, but certain things like tattoos means something different depending on the culture you live in. So something like that can be overlooked. However, the red flags that are very important that you should be looking for is future plans. That's one. But the number one red flag, and trust me, I don't have them all. But the number one red flag that you as a man should be looking for is who keeps doing this? Hold on right quick. All right. That was strange. But anyway, the number one red flag that fellas you should look for is a desire to come here. You see, let's go back to Sharia law, right? Let's go back to Sharia law. Say you're a woman and you want a guy who's dominant, who maximizes masculine potential, economically and otherwise. He's a strong leader of household, and you feel that American men have been too feminized to meet that description. So you go to a country of Sharia law, right? And you do that because you want this type of guy. And you meet a guy and you're like, okay, um, I have this type of guy. But don't stop there in your vetting process. You have to ask yourself, why is this type of guy looking for an American woman? If he was truly the type of guy that I was looking for, then why is he looking for something different than what his people was groomed to be, unless he's an outlier of some sort? So if you want to, let's just say, wait for marriage for sex, and he says, "Oh no, you're an American. We do it." Is he with you because he wants to be treated like an American man? Is the question that a woman in that situation should be asking. And I brought that analogy within an analogy up to say that men, you should be asking that same fucking question when you go. Why does she want to be with an American man? Is she looking to escape the family values that you are attracted to? I think that really the reason why, I mean, of course, the physical differences, but outside of that, I think the reason why a lot of dudes travel for that is for one, the family values, but their looks is generally a byproduct of the family values. So, but generally speaking, I think that that's what fellas are going for. But whatever it is, you know, they may see or they may see you as an escape from the very thing that they are attracted to, or excuse me, that you are attracted to. For example, and this comes from a older African woman that I met when I was tutoring. So she's from Kenya. She said she was the same um, tribe as Barack Obama. I forget what it was. I think it was Laos or something like that. And she was an Olympian. Now I don't remember what sport. It was some type of indoor sport with a stick. You know, one of those bullshit sports you never heard of. But she was a bronze medalist in that, and it was weird because she didn't think it was a big deal. But here it's a big deal. You don't really meet many Olympians, but apparently it's common where she comes from, or not really common, but it's more prevalent where she comes from. So she was an Olympian, right? This was a bigger woman, and she was married, but we were chopping it up, right? And she was telling me now her husband is African as well, and he likes bigger women. But she was telling me how she used to be much, much slimmer when they married, and how he was okay with fattening her ass up. Like he just reveled in it. And she was saying that when I got here, and I shit you not, it was the weirdest thing I heard at that time. She said, I couldn't believe, oh, is that what it's called, David? Field hockey? Okay, thanks. So yeah, so she's a field hockey bronze medalist in Kenya. All right. Um, so I couldn't believe how what she said, I didn't know what to do. I live in a place where I could eat ice cream anytime that I want. I didn't know what to do in that situation, and I gained a lot of weight, and I got nervous, but my husband condoned it. So I was like, "Oh, damn." And then that brought the question up of, like how did she grow up and shit like that. And so here's her story. She comes from a polygamous family. Um, her father had wives into the double digits. I don't remember how many, but I remember it was a lot of them motherfuckers. I was like, God damn. And of course, he had kids that reflected that. Um, he had a lot of fucking kids. And the way she grew up was shoes was a luxury that not all of his kids had. And in addition to that, and I shit you not, they had meat on holidays only, meaning that the way that they celebrate, and this isn't a shot at Africans, this is her unique situation. Plus, she's older, and we're talking about the childhood of an older woman. But meat was done on holidays only. And she didn't mention what kind, but like, today is Thanksgiving. Well, not really Thanksgiving, but today is Christmas, and we're gonna have meat for dinner, which means that every other day of the year was carbs and shit. Um, so her figure, I'm pretty sure that influenced her figure. So that was the circumstances under which she was raised. However, she had a desire for a different life. And she had a husband who was exceptional. And he got over here just like my friend and just like my girl, with that lottery system that they have over there. And she gained citizenship, and now she has all the ice cream that she wants. So my point is that just because a person was raised under certain conditions doesn't mean that they don't seek others, and they may see you as an opportunity for that, to get away from the very thing that makes you attracted to them. So you got to be careful with that. And one of the clearest and best vetting processes for that is simply to ask, excuse me, is to simply ask, "Would you like to come back to my country?" And if the answer is yes, then she is looking forward to being an American girl. Now, most places that I frequent for cultural reasons is either Catholic nations or formerly Catholic nations. Like a Catholic influenced nation with a separation of church and state. However, the culture is still there because I believe in family values and I enjoy the company of those who share. But if they are looking to leave their existing family to come to a place where they can eat as much ice cream as they want, then they're revealing a hidden desire to you. And that is to be the very same stereotypical American women that you are trying to remove yourself from. So you want to be very careful in dealing in that situation, extremely careful, because you have the potential to really be like Eddie Murphy. You know, what have you done for me lately? I want half, Eddie. Like that could be you. Another thing, and this is for the fellas who, are either traveling to, sow some oats, paid or otherwise. No judgment, but paid or otherwise. Um, if you're going to sow some oats there, okay. Um, this message is really for the ones who have girls at home. Like you have a girl in the US and or wherever you're from, whether it's England or what have you, because I know I have some English brothers here. But if you want to sow some oats and you go to another country, you have fun with the exotic girls. There are certain STDs that a condom doesn't necessarily protect you from. Now, none of them are permanent or deadly, at least none that I'm aware of, but none of them are permanent or deadly, and there's cures for each of them. However, and y- this is why my vacations go the way that they do. If oh, okay, understand this. Women have sex drives of their own, and this is for the ones who aren't paid. For the guys who are not paying for it, they're seducing through other means. And one of the means is that you understand that women have sex drives, and you're trying to appeal to her to make sure that it's expressed through you, which is doable. It is doable even with a language barrier. Um, However, you have to ask yourself the question: Why is she fucking you? And I'll be honest with you. I don't care how much of a jawline nigga you are, she could be fucking a more handsome motherfucker where she lives. Let's be clear. So there is a reason why it's you. And the reason most often, and this is just from my experience, is because there's no stigma. There's no judgment from the community. These people generally come from very small communities or very small sub communities within larger cities, and there is value in a woman's virtue. It's a very bad thing in many of these countries for a woman to have a reputation for um, being promiscuous. And in these circles, they fuck around a little bit too much, and their whole reputation is fucked. So what some of them do is they see a nice, handsome foreigner and they say, "Hey, this is my opportunity to, really go buck wow." No judgment on her, but that's what's going on. I mean, she is participating in hookup culture, just international hookup culture to protect her reputation. You know, he does his thing. She gets what she wants, and he leaves, and none the wiser. However, another guy comes from another country, and next week we're going to do it again. You see, that's where the problem lies because you're dealing with someone who is led by her libido, and there's venereal diseases that come along with that sometimes. You know um, that the condom don't always catch, which is fine. You come back, you get your penicillin, you get your blood work, and you're ready to go. If you don't have a girl or wife at home, you want to avoid those problems. You definitely want to avoid those problems. Um, I don't even want to go into details of what you can do to avoid that. Um, but there are ways that y'all smart, y'all could figure it out. But there are ways. But most chicks aren't going to be like, hey, how come we haven't fucked in 4 days since you got back from vacation? You should be ready for this. The moment you step foot off the plane, you should be ready for this. And of course, you don't want to infect her. So I mean, there's ways around it. I want to get into details, but it's probably better to just, not risk it in that way. And the same goes for if it's paid, because if it's paid for obvious reasons, she's going through multiple partners, and you find yourself in a situation that you put your girl in, and it'll cause relationship problems. So look out for that, and that's on an aside. Let me see what else you should look for. Um, Maintain this standing culture. Maintain a standing culture when you go to these places. Read her and understand that the reason why you favor the place and the people that you go to is because of a certain set of behaviors that both the men and women possess. A certain code of honor and a certain code of ethics. And I'll give you an example. Let's just say you go to Canada, right? I never been, but I heard reputations and rumors. Let's just say you take a trip to Canada. And one of the first things people talk about in Canada is how clean it is. It's like you just walk around, it's like, wow, this is one clean motherfucking place. Actually, no, I got a better one. I got a better one. My bad. My bad. Because I seen this video. Better in Canada. Let's say you go to Japan, right? And one of the things that people say, particularly Americans, is how quiet it is. It's really quiet, and the people follow the law to the letter. They maintain order over everything else. So, for example, if they come across like a red light at a crosswalk, and here in America, even if the light is red, and you're walking to a crosswalk, and there's no cars coming, like you could see there is another car for miles, you just you just walk across sometimes. Some do, some don't. But they don't ever. And it could be like 100 of them because it's Japan, but it could be like 100 of them at the same corner, and not one of them would cross because the light is red. Now, this isn't because law enforcement is just like standing there waiting to club a motherfucker or something like that. No, it's because of a respect that they have for the society order. Um, if you go to a place, oh, and another thing is they reduce noise at every possibility that they can get. Um, for example, Generally speaking, they do not use like lawnmowers, weed whackers. They don't use gas-powered gardening tools because it makes too much noise. They use the old-timey push lawnmowers and shit like that, and the clippers, and the hedges and shit like that. They do that to reduce noise, to maintain the peace. Now, an American goes there and he's like, wow, this is a peaceful, beautiful, orderly place. Don't fuck it up. Don't be a nigga. If you see that they're taking this painstaking effort to maintain a peaceful society, then don't be a loud ass nigga. Don't just cross the red lights and shit. Don't litter. When in Rome, I guess is the best way to say it. When in Rome. Now, how does this relate to the women? Understand the culture that you're going through, are going to, and how the people, the men and women interact with each other, and behave accordingly. We have a hookup culture here in the US. Not every place has a hookup culture. In fact, we're one of the very few places that do. It's a very bizarre phenomenon, but it's designed to appeal to people's baser nature. So we have a hookup culture here. No judgment on America. Well, actually, I have several judgments on that, but that's here nor there. But we have this hookup culture, and it doesn't exist everywhere. We also have a certain unspoken understanding with the opposite sex. What's going on, Keith? Ah, damn! I think I forgot your name in the thank you video. My bad, brother. But we also have a unspoken understanding with the opposite sex. That comes with hookup culture, and that is that relationship is not necessarily a required part, required for sex. And there are certain also cues that means that if she says yes to this, she doesn't have to say yes directly to sex. It's kind of implied that that's where the evening is going to end. For example, Netflix and chill is something that's implicitly sexual amongst two people in American culture. And then there's, people have like 3 date rules. So there's a lot of rules around dating that aren't really written, but it's just generally understood. Other cultures almost always don't have the same rules. They have their own rules, and it's really up to you to find out what that is before you just start, trying to bring your American shit to them. For example, the Philippines. For the most part, and I don't know. Once again, if you want to, if you got that $40, hey, have at it. I mean, rules don't apply. The rule is $40. That's it. I mean, this part don't really apply to you. But as far as what's going on, there's no fuck niggas. Um, as we understand it, these girls who are not on the $40 shit, they're not they're not fucking for the sake of good dick. For the most part, they're not. And even if they tell you that they are, they're not. You know, most of them are looking for a long-term relationship, and not just for economic stability. They have, I mean, I'm sure that's part of it, and it almost definitely is, but they have a need for male companionship. They don't feel that a family should function without a man in it. And I definitely agree with them on that. But if you go on there on some pump and dump shit and then be like, bitch, you knew what this was, you know, don't do that. You're fucking them up. You're giving them all kind of baggage and shit that's gonna spread. And next thing you know, the spot's hot. people talk about places that American men have fucked up, and I don't really agree with that. But nevertheless, it can happen in large numbers. So it's best to not do that. I know you're going to turn down a few, a PYT or two, but unless you're really, excuse me, unless you're ready to be like long-term pen pals over the internet for years and shit, then certain places know the culture and just don't be out there with your dick out like you're doing that, because it's not that type of party. And they don't understand, for the most part, that you're playing by a different rule book. They don't. I don't even need to say don't go around leaving babies and shit, but that's a given. So let me think. Okay, so here, let me put the link out there. So I want to get some other brothers who travel tell me some of the things to avoid. All right, so STDs. We talked about the be aware of the ones that want to come to America, et cetera. Their problems are not yours. And this is something that's going to be prevalent throughout the developing nations. And actually, this isn't one that I figured out myself. This is one that shout out to Russell Taylor. This is what Russell Taylor told me from Tailor Made Dreams, Out the Matrix. Check him out. So he told me that they'll hit you with problems. Like they'll show you a good time. You'll enjoy yourself. You'll have a nice experience or two, nice vacation. You go back home, and then you'll start getting a hit up, right? You'll start getting a hit up from them, and something in their life has gone wrong. A sick mother, sick father, um, a roof collapse. Something in their life has gone wrong, and they need some bread from you. It's better to not fall into that trap. It's better to not send it. And they'll lay it on thick. And they'll also say shit like it's their birthday, because everybody has a birthday, right? But see, here's the thing, and this is what he told me. He sees chicks going to Western Union with a stack of slips. They have like a stack of Western Union slips in their hand, and they just walk out getting like small amounts, maybe 40, 50 bucks from all these dudes, and walk out with like 500 or something, 500 plus. So it's better to avoid that. Fortunately for me, I only got hit once for it, and it wasn't from a female. It was from a young man who translates for me, and the corona is hitting him hard because he's like 22 years old. He has like this his wife has a ice cream business. So she sells like local kids ice cream, and it's not like a business, it's out of her house, but she sells. Don't judge and don't be ignorant, and don't be a fucking jackass too. Listen, things are different in different places. Learn to live with it. Yeah, she sells ice cream out of her house to neighborhood kids, and she makes a little dough doing that, and he rents out his motorcycle um to make bread that way. Meaning that one of the modes of transportation that they have is people hop on the back of a motorcycle to get from point A to point B, and they pay the person who drive them. So yeah, that's his economic situation. Now with this Corona thing, kids aren't really out on no ice cream shit like that, and no tourists, not much activity going on. It's taking an economic toll. on him, and yeah, I felt for him, but he asked me for a little bread, and I had to say, look, I'm sorry, man. I can't do nothing for you, man. I mean, you stay strict to the policy, and have that policy, and kind of give them the side eye when they ask for shit like that. You know, um, yeah, I think that was the one time somebody did, and it was a dude. But yeah, that's something that Russell Taylor told me. So prepare yourself for that, because it is a business. I mean, think about like the birthday girls, right? Like, let's just say, if an American girl said, "Hey, if I had $40 for every guy I fucked this year, how much would I have on my birthday?" You know, just like that, just like that. So look out for that. Avoid, in my opinion, and this is from somebody I seen go through this. Um, and I didn't see it from the person directly, but I seen it from an outsider. If the two of you are married and you still live domestically and she still lives in her country, it's highly likely that she's fucking someone else. Um, and especially, and that goes double if there's a significant age difference. It's highly likely that she's fucking somebody else. Um, yeah. So what winds up happening is, though you're married, you're not. It. How can I say this? Doesn't mean that she's at home alone waiting for the opportunity to make you a sandwich or anything like that. If you live apart, and you're married, you are still financially beholden to her, but she's not sexually bound to you. She's not even required to get you a sandwich because of the situation. Very difficult position to be in. Only do so in situations that you have a extraordinary trust for her, or you don't give a shit. A lot of brothers don't give a shit. You know, I probably would count myself amongst them. I mean, I'm not married to an international woman, but there are some that I know that when I'm in their country and in their city, is that it's all good. And do I say, "What the fuck you been doing all year?" Fuck no. I understand that. I'm not. I don't. I'm not. I know you're not sitting down knitting, waiting for your virginity to regrow for me and shit like that. I understand that. That's the dynamic. So prepare yourself for that. If you're not a dude that's okay with that type of thing, then behave accordingly. Hmm. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So to conclude the conversation that Boogie and I was having, maybe it was like a month ago. Um, they're treated different because they are different. And it doesn't mean that you should necessarily trust them more, but it does mean that you should trust them different. Don't expect the same type of fuckery. Expect their type of fuckery when dealing with them is the best way I can do it. Don't, like I say, like they say before, every fight and every martial arts that exists, protect yourself at all times. I cannot stress that enough. Protect yourself at all times. It's savage out here. I shouldn't say out here, but it's savage internationally. And yeah, know that if she is the number one question you should be asking yourself is why is she interested in an American man? Period. Or women, or women who, because there are women who travel, you know, for guys with traditional values or guys with values that's consistent with their custom, and you got to ask them like, hey, why is he with an American woman? Why is he interested in an American woman? Like Jessica was saying the other day, these unappealing white women travel to developing parts of Africa to get themselves some penis. Yeah, they want themselves some penis. They want that BBC, and the men oblige them. She gets mesmerized or she gets stigmatized, marries the guy, and brings him back to um, England. And she never asks herself, hey, why is this young six pack motherfucker looking for an old British bitch with fucked up teeth? And this isn't a shot at British people. I just imagine all of you with fucked up teeth. I'm not gonna lie. And no matter how fine she is, if I haven't seen her teeth, I just imagine that when she opens her mouth, all kind of fucked up shit is underneath there. Like real talk. So this isn't a shot, but that's just what goes on in my brain. You know, kind of like when you think of a Russian person, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say what I think of because that's equal. That's even more fucked up. But that's because I grew up. That's because I grew up in during the Cold War. So it's all kind of propaganda and shit that just feeds your head when you're a kid. And next thing you know, you think that they're all like, bears on unicycles or some shit like that. Anyway, damn, where was I going with this? Um, so British woman with fucked up teeth. And if she don't ask herself, what is this young African man with the big penis, and the six pack to match? What does he want with a old ass white woman? Shout out to Marco Grande. What does he want from these old ass bitches? And will the thing that he wants from me sustain the test of time? Fair question. So she gathers. She gathers this um penis, brings it back to her country, walks around with the other bitches and says, take a look at my boyfriend. Never thinking like, what's in it for him? Like, that green card. That green card. And, the access to first world education, things like that, you know, establishment, the ability to once you have citizenship, you can give it to others. Perhaps a PYT that you got waiting back at home. A woman whose physicality matches yours. The woman that penis was made for. See, she didn't see these things. She just could not see past that big dick. So she gets played. She gets played and she finds herself in a situation. because she failed to ask herself from the moment she touched down on the continent, why does he want me? And that's what I ask myself on my travels. Certain places you go, you are going to an average guy, an average guy. I don't pretend to be a jawline nigga or anything like that. But an average decent guy in certain places, um, an average decent American in certain places is going to clean up just on his physical appearance alone. Let's be clear. He's going to have that advantage. And when you ask the question, what does she want in me? And then you look at her last three boyfriends, it's like, oh shit, I am the handsomest motherfucker she ever seen. Uh, so but that's geographically specific. And then there's certain places that um, there's no chance that you're going to get it based on your looks. Um, for example, the Dominican is a place where beautiful American women go for penis. So because they are attracted to Dominican men. So, you're competing with internationally handsome guys when you go there. And on the basis of looks, you're probably going to lose that. So, if they're into you, you have to ask why. And don't think for a second it's for your fucking looks. And if you're satisfied with the answer, then you behave accordingly. So once again, fellas, protect yourself at all times. Now, question for the chat. Now that I brought up a semi-decent, I hate the shadow ban, but now that I brought up a semi-decent audience, now that I have a semi-decent audience, um, how important is it a woman's sexual history? I'm not talking about her number. I'm not talking about her count, fellas. And then I'll ask the question to the ladies. Do you feel comfortable knowing that your girl's ex is significantly uglier than you? Like, what would go through your head the moment you find out that she fucked that nigga? Or even if it's just a nigga that you just hate, like, for whatever. Because that happened to me. I was with a chick and then she was like, "Do you know such and such? That's my," it's like, "Oh, that nigga, he's just a fucking," um, anyway, you know. Um, so that happened to me. Of course, I continued with her, but he wasn't an ugly dude. It's just that his personality is like. So it made me think about her. Like, what in the fuck? What in the fuck do you let in your pussy? But real talk. So you find that out. Like, God damn, she fucked this motherfucker. Like, what if you know you just like seeing a picture of her and a Flavor Flav looking nigga. And I use him because there's nobody in the chat room uglier than Flavor Flav because he's the ugliest nigga I know of. Curious to hear your response. Okay, hold on. Damn, all we got is certain place left. Time to move. Real talks on facts. All right, elaborate. Let's see. All right, appreciate you, Mace. Oh, you saying that to Kuda, my bad. But yeah, he appreciates you too. All right, let's see. Damn, Popo, you said some weird shit because you basically saying that you're not. So so okay, is your answer to this question, to make sure I understand it properly, your response to this is Because I am this handsome, I get to fuck other bitches. Or because I am this handsome, this much more handsome than your last nigga, I don't have to make as much. Am I is that what I'm getting from you? Curious, brother. Let me know. All right, let's see. You talking to me like I know who Tyrone Hill is. Is he an ugly dude? And ladies, feel free to answer too. Okay, that was almost completely unrelated. I don't know who you were talking to on that one. All right, let's see. I don't know what that means. Yeah, but how would that make you feel about yourself and your standing in the relationship? And I guess what I'm really getting at, what I'm really hinting towards is, does that make her ugly? Er, does that make her less attractive because she's doing that shit? You see that this is the dick that she allows in her, and do you get a little disgusted? There's certain things that a woman can do that will just fucking disgust. Perfect example. Uh, I'm on an international exploit, sitting in a bathroom, taking a decent sized shit, right? And she comes knocking on the door. I say, I'll be out in a minute. And she just opens up the door and she said, "That's okay, baby." Dropped her panties and pissed in the drain of the shower and washed her hands. Certain shit just turns a motherfucker off. And it's shit like that. She looked at it a little bit more disgusting to me after that. I wonder if, and this is the meat and potatoes of the question. I wonder if women become more disgusting when they fuck ugly niggas. That's the question. That's the meat and potatoes of it. Well, okay, so exceptional dudes are not faithful because you shouldn't have to be. All right. So here's the thing. Certain people, and I'm not necessarily one of them because I seek women who are prettier than I am handsome. So, I don't have a right to cheat because I haven't bested her drastically in that department or pretty much many other departments. So, it's okay. I understand that's my standing and that's the trade-off for being with a woman who's more beautiful than I am handsome. Yeah. Story of my life. I get it. No, 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 no problems with that. There are certain guys who are exceptional and deserve that right. But it's not like something that's given freely. It's like the Congressional Medal of Honor or some shit like that. For a woman to say, yes, he did this, but Kobe Bryant. Yes, he did this, but Michael Jordan. Yes, he did this, but Martin Luther motherfucking King. Yes, he did this, but you see, when you're a man and you come to a point of irreplaceability, even in a beautiful woman's life, to the point where no matter what happens, she cannot up you. You can't up Michael Jordan. What the fuck? You can't up Martin Luther King. What the fuck? I mean, which one? Malcolm X? He's already taken. There's no up. For many women, it's better Martin than a faithful Yeoman Johnson. But very few men meet that qualifications. Okay, I'll get into that. I'm gonna bookmark that for a second. If he's ugly, there's a chance that he'll treat her right. I'm gonna get to that because that's black women thinking, and there's a flaw in it. All right. So what's going on, sole provider? All right, hold on. Let me go back to the last comment so I don't lose my place. All right. Uh, nah, and then peep his upcoming stream about fuckery. If I'm handsome, pay my ransom. That's funny. Okay. Yeah, don't bring a sports man. People don't understand what what a nerd is, what a natural born nerd is. Charles Merchant. Yeah, man. You bring sports analogies to me, unless it's like boxing or something. I'm like, what in the fuck you talking about, man? You know, I was forced to go to like A's games and shit like that when I was a kid, but true story. I actually thought when I was a kid, I actually thought that the Harlem Globetrotters was a team and that this is what basketball was because my dad took me to see him in the Coliseum and shit. I thought that the Harlem Globetrotters was an actual team and that this, with the ladders and shit like that this is how basketball was played. So yeah, that's how much of a nerd I am, bro. All right, let's see. Nope. Nope. Women make it other options see men butt naked because he might be handsome. I don't know. Okay, let me apropos before too far from his comment. All right, so you see, here's the thing, and this is a fun about the way black women date. Um, it's a relative thing. See, men are as faithful as okay, and this isn't really a black woman thing, but it affects black women because they have this in their culture. When you have a hive, everybody in the hive is doing the same thing, and black women have a hive mind. So if one black woman comes up with a bright idea of like, someone gonna date me a ugly motherfucker, he will treat me right because he doesn't have many options. And then the entire collective start dating ugly niggas, then what's gonna happen? The ugly niggas is gonna treat you just like the handsome motherfuckers because they have the extraordinary options. And this is what black women do with everything because of a hive mind. They look for that niche group of people to that's going to treat them right, and then they shower that group of people with black pussy, and next thing you know, they're treated like shit because their pussy comes a dime a dozen. Right now, it's white boys. Well, right now it's white boys' turn. Maybe like in the 80s or 90s or some shit, it was the D boys' turn. And maybe at one point it's the light skinned dude's turn, and the super dark skinned nigga terms. But you know, It's a common pattern, and you will see it throughout Black women dating. They pick a trope, they pick a male trope and says, "This one is gonna treat me right." They flood it with pussy and then say niggas ain't shit, or whatever this group of people is ain't shit. And right now, with all the books and the videos and blah blah blah, Swirl Nation and this, and this, it is the white boys. They're like, "Oh, there's a white boy. I'm going to flood him with pussy because they treat us right." Like, yeah, maybe the first couple, but you flood anybody with pussy and he will turn into a complete asshole to you. It is what it is. So yeah, that's the fundamental flaw in how you date. All right. So Jessica, all right. Salute to you. Let's see. Say you give an ugly guy a chance, they start thinking that they're the hottest guy around. There's truth in that. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't think that he probably would think that he's the hottest guy around physically, but I do think that he has an invisible. He will believe that he has an invisible quality, um, um, that makes him appealing to women. So the arrogance will still be there, but because he doesn't know that you're doing this for security or anything like that. He thinks that um, you know, he got that good wood or whatever the fuck. He thinks that he's doing something exceptional, to be with someone exceptional, and to have exceptional options. But I mean, now really, it doesn't really apply if it's one female. I mean, if you're the most attractive female that he not only has ever been with, but that he will reasonably ever see himself getting, then you're a shoe in. But so the Mr. Popo method works if and only if it's done by few women. Black women, y'all gotta spread your pussy out. Y'all gotta spread y'all pussy out. Stop flooding the same motherfucking nigga. I swear. Wondering what's going on. Spread your pussy out. Have like 10% go to the nerds, another 20% go to the thugs, and 40% go to the businessmen, and I don't know, another percentage go to spread your pussy out. You know, this amount go to the athletes. Spread your pussy out because y'all go for the same, like 100% will go for the same motherfucker. Ladies, spread your pussy out and shut the fuck up. Don't tell the sisterhood like, oh, I'm gonna get me a nerd because they this and this and they because then the whole sisterhood is just gonna be at nerds and then next thing you know, nerds are gonna be assholes. And you see this shit all the time. I'm not gonna fuck with blue collar guys. I'm gonna get me a white collar guy. So you're just gonna flood the fucking pussy market for white collar niggas and avoid the high paying blue collar? So yeah, spread your pussy out. Find a guy that's compatible for you. Jesus Christ. Stop following tropes. Yeah, I mean, but once again, and you probably wrote this before I gave my explanation, but once again, it only works when few women do it. I mean, think about how arrogant these fat ass black bitches are. Why? Because they're flooded with dicks. Once you flood somebody with something, the whole game changes. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. What's your answer to the question though? All right. Was he a handsome man? I still don't know. I mean, if he's a handsome man, then yeah, I mean, so if he's an unattractive dude, then I use Flavor Flav. He's the ugliest nigga I know of. Like as far as I know, he's the ugliest nigga alive. Like right now. if he's alive. So I just use Flavor Flav as like my go-to ugly dude. Lil Wayne is a second. He's a close second. But Flav is older, so like perhaps perhaps like there'll be a point in Lil Wayne's life where he hits and once it blossoms, he'll be as ugly as Flav or uglier. Who knows? But right now, right now, those are the first and second ugliest motherfuckers I know of. I mean, the third I mentioned before, but I'm not gonna mention it again. But the third, y'all know him. All right. Wait. Okay. Sometimes they stay good. Though some ugly men just weren't shit to begin with. They just never had a chance to show it. Maybe this might fall under the category of as faithful as your options type deal. Was you starting to Popo? All right. Yeah, I agree. But hey, different cultures. I mean, but yeah, that shit was off-putting as fuck. That shit was off-putting as fuck. I was like, what in the hell? And what can I do? I'm like mid shit. Like, yep, that happened. It was right in the shower, like right in that little hole that the water go through when you're taking a shower. Um, have you wait? Have you met anyone that don't? LaShawn, what? Why are you talking about World War II, brother? That's the second comment you said, and I don't even see like anybody else talking about it. What's going on? That is true. That is true. And see, and that's why the wedding vows is richer and poor. It's like, why would you put richer in there? Because when a person becomes richer, male or female, the opportunities shift and you start thinking thoughts. So like just in case you niggas win the lottery, you said to God, richer or poorer. Yeah, if you're talking about the exceptional dudes, I agree, more than a little bit, um, in a way that women value men. And I'm not talking about exceptional because that I guess that means just like, well above average. But if I was, say, an outlier, let's put it like that, the top of any field, then yeah, well, right, this is the way the universe works. And see what it comes down to, what it comes down to is that the homeless don't deserve pussy. There, I said it. The homeless don't deserve pussy, which means that there's going to be some extra pussy around. There's going to be some double upping, and the women should understand that. However, who are going to be the double uppers? People on top. I'll tell you a story about the chick who was gonna get a sugar daddy, and she was gonna get like a total of $5,000 a month. Hey, you know, and he has a wife. I'm pretty sure she knows about a sugar baby. I'm pretty sure his wife is around his age, and she cut the kids carrots and shit like that. But she understands that she is with a person that has like a whole extra 60K a year, even though something that's like more than a average. That's more than the average household income. But he has that to just spend on recreational pussy. No shade, no, that's just where the situation led him. So he's an exceptional dude, and um, that's a benefit, I guess. Yeah, no, that's what I. So you missed it earlier, but I'll serve it. Like if you're at the top of the game, if you're Googleable, I'm not talking about like what high school you went. You type in your name in Google and the high school you went. No, I'm talking about you got a whole Wikipedia page and all that good shit. Then yeah, you probably earned yourself a additional pussy and a woman who understands the shit. And Bill Gates fall in that category, though I don't really think that that's his cup of tea. But if it is, then everybody involved shuts the fuck up because it's Bill Gates, and that's how he gets down. Hey, uh-oh. Y'all starting rumors and innuendos. All right, let's see. Why would you be with somebody who you look better than? Like the whole point of a woman is to be pretty. Listen, two fives don't make a 10, and five twos don't make a 10, and three threes don't make a 9. That's just me. Yeah, exactly. And he got to do that because he's an exceptional dude. She could just took the ring and ran, but she understands that she's not going to top Kobe. Snuffle Puffs. Okay. Yeah, I got nicknames and shit. All right. Let's see. Scrolling back up. All right. Okay. See your Sean, but I'll just let you. All right. Well, thanks for sharing. Uh, will. All right. Now my. Told you what? Did I miss a comment? Huh, I guess I missed a comment. All right. Yes, exactly. Like I said, a woman, her job is to be pretty. That's her job. Kind of see, don't of course there's a double standard because men and women are different, okay? If a man is skinny, it's a bad thing. If a woman is skinny, it's a good thing. Damn it. Okay. Well, we talked about that. Yeah, you flood the penis marketplace or the pussy marketplace. They keep doing that too because they have a collective thought pattern that they got to work on. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if you said that before or after I said that, but yeah, that's the solution to the problem. That's why so many different groups of white kids. You have like the goth kids, the skateboarders, the surfers, the jocks, the nerds. Like at least from the movies I see, they have like various different groups because they divide the pussy up. But everybody just kind of fall into one cookie cutter thing in a black community, and who's ever the best in that particular trope gets all of it. Um, God damn. Is that how women think? Like, oh, now that you have this pussy, you forgot what it's like to jack off, haven't you? Is that what y'all go around thinking? Like, you forgot those masturbation nights, huh? I think that you forget what a blowjobless morning is like. You forgot what it's like to make your own sandwich. That's funny. Yeah, they swarm the dick. Well, I mean, that's because, like, at this time in that place, bum niggas are, what's in style. So they all just like flood bum niggas and it's probably because they feel that there's a certain level of control and he'll be faithful. And he would be if you're a career woman and he's a bum nigga, and no other career woman was interested in him, then he would definitely be faithful. But if you're flooding the same dick, he's not going to be faithful, and therefore it's the commitment that you're looking for that you expected from a bum nigga is not going to be there, and next thing you know you're just a bitch fucking a bum nigga. And then you're disappointed and you're on YouTube bitching about life choices. What do you mean lose pussy? Salute earn. Keep that shit tight. All right. Yeah, exactly. And that's their downfall, especially in how I mean, don't get me wrong, solidarity is a good thing, but to a certain extent, and it probably shouldn't be, dating. I mean, and that's what everybody like, if the new popular thing for fellas was left-handed girls and they only mess with left-handed girls, then she'll get flooded with dicks and become conceited just based on her left-handedness. Mm. Yep, especially in the black community because of the sisterhood and the solidarity that they have. I mean, I don't know anybody that likes that. All right. So the original question is, do you feel comfortable, or how would you feel comfortable about a woman who has dated guys who are less handsome than you, significantly less handsome than you? Like, would you ask questions? Would you be curious as to what brought the circumstances um, about? Blue collar nerd. We don't stop learning while blue collar. Yeah, No, I don't have anything against blue collar dudes. It's these bag bitches that talk about y'all. Yeah. I don't know if it's genetic, but it's definitely not a good thing. I mean, maybe because we are historically polygamous, maybe that's the case. But in this society, it's definitely not going to, everybody going to the same dude. It's not going to work. I mean, it's going to work if you're doing it with the understanding that you're going to share. But if you're doing it with, if the reason that you picked this category of dude is because last year these dudes were not interesting or were not your type, but this year they are because they're the most likely to be faithful. So it's kind of like Obsidian, right? It's kind of like Obsidian. Shout out to him. He talks about short guys this, short guys that, short guys this. You're messing with the fuck boys instead of for being faithful. Well, instead of for dealing with the guys who would be faithful. I like, look, Obsidian. If all the girls started messing with guys who are under 5'9", then that group of men would cease to be faithful, and it would be the taller men who become faithful because of lack of opportunity. So it's not a personality trait that comes with being a shorter man. Um, it's just what you are. It's just your opportunities. Shorter men are less appealing to certain women, so they appreciate the ones that they have more. Okay. I don't mind fake breasts if they're good, if it's a good job. Sometimes I actually, I don't know if I told people this, but sometimes I actually think about it, and I think that I prefer it. I think that I prefer fake breasts, like for a long-term relationship, and that's simply because I I don't want my daughter to have big ass titties, but I want them for myself. So, you fuck a woman with big titty DNA and you have big titty daughters and you have big titty daughter problems. However, if you fuck a woman with little titty DNA and you have a flat chested daughter, um, but you can still enjoy the titties yourself, then there's a plus to that. Now, I will say this: some bitches be putting like fucking like rubber tires and shit or whatever the fuck they put in their titties. Don't get a cheap one. Don't get a cheap one. What the fuck? I don't even want to suck the nipples of the shit because the part behind the nipple isn't even soft. Like the titty is supposed to be soft. I don't know what the fuck these doctors be putting in it. It's probably some old timey shit. Used to mess with a chick from New York that thought Silicon Valley was just a bunch of fake titties. All right, let's see. Yeah, I mean that. Like I say, that's what was in at the time. All right. I don't know. Y'all talking freaky now. All right, let's see.
Hello, GameChanger.
Hey, how you doing? Who's it? To whom am I speaking?
Hello.
Yeah. How are you? To whom am I speaking?
I would like to remain anonymous, but I have
Okay.
one
Okay.
thing
Go
to
for it.
add.
Yeah, go for it. What's on your mind?
As far as short men, that is false. Short men do not treat you better. I have hands on experience. Would you like to hear my hands on experience?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
I talked to one short man. He 5'7". Okay? He
Okay.
first asked me, "Why are you single? You must be crazy." I said, "Sir, that's not funny. That's rude." He said, "Relax. You're too sensitive." I said, "No, you're being a jerk." He said, "No, you're being too sensitive." I said, "Well, how about this? I'll be sensitive and you be single." He said, "You are a thought." This proves short men are not better acting. He claims women do not want him because he is short. But
Mm.
now I know women do not want him because he asshole. That is all.
Wait, is this Beth?
Yes.
Okay. See, when you described the date, I was like, that sound like some shit Beth is, does that sound like some shit Beth would do and say. All right. But uh,
That
but so
happened.
no, it's not that they are less prone to be assholes. maybe they even are more prone to be assholes. But the thing is that they're more likely to be faithful, and that's due to diminished options.
I don't think
Um,
he was faithful either.
well, what? There's a bunch of bitches that like short dudes, or what?
What?
You know.
No, after that encounter, I had him on Instagram. This was back when I had Instagram. A
Mhm.
couple weeks later, he said he'd gotten a girlfriend, but then I saw him back on the dating site that I
That's
had.
because he was trying to fuck with you. Okay, you gotta understand this. And this is a problem that a lot of fellas have, and a lot of ladies have it too. When when your type is not society's type, then you haven't had an opportunity to develop people skills. And it seemed like he hasn't. So, he may have spent too long of a time single and he hadn't developed the people skills and the charisma that would have him sustain a relationship when the opportunity presents itself. It seems like that's what's going on with him. As part of his socially awkward thing, I think that he fabricated a girlfriend to fuck with you.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe. But
There's no
he's
maybe about it.
I
He's a dipshit.
that was a couple that was like 2000. That was at least 3 or 4 years ago. I was on a different dating site recently, and he's on there. I saw just a couple days ago. He's still on there. So whatever he's doing looks like. I told him he was being an asshole. I told him if you stop being an asshole, you'll like you more. It's not your height, it's your personality. He said I'm being too sensitive, but he's still single. So is that. So that's BS. The whole short guy acting better, that's BS.
More
Whoever's
faithful
saying
is
that, they're
different
just
than that.
promoting themselves.
Well, more faithful is different than that. But you got me thinking about something. But let me, and yeah, Obsidian, does sound, I'm not sure, dude, but I mean, Obsidian does sound like he's promoting himself. In fact, he definitely is. What the fuck is wrong with you in this World War II shit?
Th-
All right. Right quick, let me because I wanted to, there was something here I want to say. Scroll down the context get lost. Okay, I'll take a significant scroll down and pick up. Let's see, right about. Oh, so yeah, somebody see. Okay, so people, yeah, so people in the chat room is seeing that you're Beth. So yeah, you wasn't hiding from anybody. Yeah, it's been a while. So anything new happened in Beth World with the information that the ladies gave you? What is that? A yes? You got some penis? I mean, what was you giggling? I mean, because I haven't seen you in a while. Was you getting some penis?
oh no, I
Well,
I've just been busy. I left a job recently, so one fast.
oh, okay. This I don't know if this is the right time to leave a job. Things are complicated right now, you know. I mean, I guess people need security now more than ever with empty, businesses, and they want to make sure that they're not raided or looted. So yeah, that makes sense. But yeah. So I mean, yeah, good luck with that. So you've been spending this time looking for work. Thought you might have been getting
Yeah,
some penis.
and seeing if I'm able to that
From who now? What?
that stimulus money. They said everybody's supposed to like $3,000 or something.
Everybody? Like no matter
Nine
how much you
hundred,
made last year?
900. Well, I'm gonna see if I can. Oh, you know what? Never mind. That's unemployment. That's
Oh,
unemployment. Never mind.
okay.
Never mind. Too.
So no new peni, huh?
No, no peni. I mean, I still keep in touch with that one dude, the one that I was saying. Uh, when he touches me, I get a little grossed out. Um, I'm starting to get to where when I see his face, I don't. my gosh, if we ever did anything intimate, I'd have to turn the lights off and be really drunk ahead of time. I'm
Hmm.
starting to get to where I that doesn't immediately, but in the moment it still would. So I'm starting to kind of warm up to him. Maybe in about 5 or 6 years, I can get to where we can hug and I feel comfortable.
So what is this? What is the least appealing thing about this guy physically?
I mean, he's a great, he's a nice, he seems like a nice, sweet, great guy.
No, I mean physically. Like what's because he seems grotesque. He seems physically
Um,
deformed. So
um, I mean, the ones that the best tend to not, they're no Lewis Hamilton.
why do people say people I don't know? Who's Lewis Hamilton?
He's a he's a race car driver. He's British.
Oh, well, why in the fuck you think I know
Doesn't
British
look
race car
like
drivers?
he doesn't look like the rest of them. He doesn't look like the rest of them. Just
I don't know what the
redneck
rest of them
white
look like.
dudes. He doesn't look like. Well,
You,
he's not
you
white
you
at
think that's
all.
what I do?
He's
You think you
biracial.
think you think I just look at British race car drivers like I have like a fucking baseball card, a stack of British race car drivers? What in the fuck? Why? Like, okay, I get it. You know his
I'm
face
sure
because
you
he's a
know.
handsome guy. No, well, he's a handsome guy. Just say that because you say that like I know his name.
Well, when you think of race car driver, is into that, and what type of dude would be into race car driving?
I actually have
You
no
definitely don't
idea.
picture any black folks.
I have no idea. I
The
seen a
only
rodeo
time
guy once, so I know what they look like, but I don't know what race car. I'm not
the
a
only
redneck. I don't I don't know
oh
shit
yeah.
like that.
Oh well, I'm in the when you there, I'm in the south, so we
Oh yeah,
are
okay,
yeah.
yeah. No, every now and again we have like
But yeah,
the truck
black.
thing that the monster truck shows, but I don't go to that. It's not my thing. But yeah, we don't have. I don't even know if they have like teams or whatever going on. But I know it's not a big deal out here.
Yeah, black people don't aren't into race car driving.
Mm.
They're on the run from the police. That's the only thing close to that, and that doesn't count.
Hmm. All right, so he's not that guy. Well, what does he? So what's the biggest turnoff about him? Like this, that's the question. What's the biggest turnoff about it?
What turns me off about them?
Hmm.
Let me hold
Physically.
on. Let me try to get out and get in. My service is bad.
All right. All right. Well, while she does that, let me catch up on a scale from 1 to 10. How do you look? No, people shouldn't rate themselves. Um, let's see. Not making salmon. Maybe if she makes this guy a sandwich, probably to distract him from the fact that she's not gonna fuck him with the lights on. All right. Uh, everybody in their prime look better. That's why it's their prime. All right. Why not choose another dude? Yeah, we can ask her that when she comes back. All right. Well, that's why I'm asking. That's what I'm trying to gather the extent. The extent. I mean, I do think that the woman should be prettier than the man is handsome, but let's be within a reasonable range, or else who would an ugly chicks date? Talking about the race car driver? Uh, I don't know what your type. Oh, I do know what your type is. You mentioned it to me before. I just don't know. You mentioned the name. I just don't know what he looks like. Um, okay. Interesting thing to say. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Everybody did when you're a kid, and oh, he's light skinned, so maybe that's best type. But I don't know what this new dude is, mixed or whatever. I don't think that there's many like black Brits, non-mixed black Brits um, that descended from slaves. I think that the black ones are African for the most part, not all exclusively. Like, they're first, second, or third generation Africans. At least that's what I suspect. I've never been. All right. Who is this guy that y'all care so much about? He's just a fucking race car driver.
Oh, Lewis Hamilton?
Yeah. Well, they like he's white. He's this. I don't care.
He's
Who's
not
this guy?
white.
Well,
He
I'm
looks
saying
like
that the
a
chat room is saying that he's mixed, he's white. But is it really important? Like, okay, he's a good-looking race car driver.
yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
That's his only appeal, really. I mean, I don't even know if he's that good of a driver, but
I'm starting to understand your broke English. So, somebody said, why don't you just choose another? Oh, no, but first answer me this. What physically about him that's unattractive? Is he a potbelly nigga?
no. I just when he held my hand, and the thought of him trying to kiss me, I just have no desire to be physical with him in any way,
But what
and it makes me
about him?
uncomfortable. Huh?
So is he an average looking guy or is he a below? Is he fat?
No, I mean, I would say he's a decent, decent looking guy. He was, I could see people saying he's a handsome guy. It just so happens that I have no desire to be physical with him in any way. I tried. I let him hold my hand, and I felt really uncomfortable. I felt as if basically a
Well,
complete stranger came up to me and held my hand.
ladies, tell me if I'm wrong, but is Beth fucked up in the brain? Because that's my opinion. Because basically what you're saying is you have a decent guy who's decent to you, and he's a decent person, and he looks decent. However, it just doesn't is something about I don't know. It sounds like some weird shit. So maybe I'm wrong. Ladies know
I don't
better
want
than
to.
me on this in
I just
this
don't
matter.
want to sleep with him.
I don't care about that. But and yeah. What does that matter?
I mean, he's gonna want that a lot at some
Yeah,
point.
yeah, and that's the whole point. That's why you're there. That's what you're put on Earth for.
I'm definitely gonna have to get really drunk first.
But I mean, he's not physically. I don't know. I
He's
don't
not
know.
ugly, but he's
It's
not. I
God
don't
damn it.
find him attractive.
That's not the point. He's supposed to be less attractive than you are. That's the reason why
Yeah,
he's with you.
I'm probably gonna have to take some kind of pill before I do it.
I don't know what that is, but I think that you're being ridiculous, personally. Um,
I'm very uncomfortable when he tries to kiss me and stuff. It makes me very uncomfortable.
he is a normal
Makes me
human being. Like, what's the shit's in your brain. I don't know. That sound like a Beth brain shit going on. You know. I mean, because you haven't named like a negative quality other than I don't know. I just don't want to fuck him. What kind of shit is
Well, I just
that?
don't like him. I just
And
don't
why does
like
it
him.
matter if you want to fuck him? Like that's you're supposed to fuck him anyway.
I'm just dreading that.
All right. Well, I don't know.
I probably have
That's
to turn off the lights and just separate,
Well, it doesn't matter because it's not his looks that bothers you. It's something that's in your brain. Well,
well, I just don't like
I
him.
don't
Just
think that
him
you
as a
know how to,
person.
and I don't think that you know how to properly embrace penis. That's what I suspect. I think that you
Uh,
don't you don't you don't you don't know how to properly embrace a penis, how to treat it. And maybe the ladies can teach you, but right now you gotta learn how to embrace a penis, whether you like it or not. That's just part of having a vagina
I don't know
and
how I'm
being a
gonna get through
heterosexual
it.
woman.
and that's
Well, I
been
don't know
worrying
either,
me.
but well, I never had to get through somebody else's penis, but you do, and you know,
Well, I figure I
right.
can just, I just figure I've been kind of telling myself, exercises I can go through, just, mentally, just pretend you're not even in your body, just, pretend, you're here, I'm here, this is a transaction,
Wow.
you know, I'm not in my body, I'm watching, I'm not here, and just, try to get through it as fast as possible with the lights out, of course.
Well, it's not as fast as possible. It's as long as it takes them. But I don't know. That's some weird shit. You bitch about, oh, I can't find a decent guy, and then you find a decent guy, and you're afraid to fuck him. That's weird. You know, that's what vaginas are for.
Uh,
Yeah, I haven't heard anything bad about the dude either. Shit's weird, but
I thought we'd have more of a emotional kind of bond first, but it's not really there. So it's probably just going to have to be.
it's probably not there because his penis hasn't been inside you yet.
Uh, well, as long as I don't have to look at it, I guess.
Well, you gotta suck it. Like, what if you miss? Like, what if you like suck a ball by mistake? So you're gonna have to look at it for a second.
We talked about the BJs. He said he doesn't require BJs from his women, so I'm safe.
God damn it! God damn it!
What?
No, this isn't a goddamn it at you. This is a goddamn it at him. Listen, fellas, you are to receive a blowjob whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not. Why? Because it humbles the woman. It clears her mind. It reminds her of her place as the pleasing party in this sexual encounter. It is your job to bring pleasure to my penis. Penis. And it's not an option. It's not something that you give or take.
I
You
mean,
think
he's.
I wanted every blowjob that I got? Fuck no.
I would assume so.
Sometimes it's required. Sometimes it's required to remind her that she is my penis sucker. It's psychological. It's psychological. It keeps them in a proper dick stuck mind state. It makes them feel like their submissive self. That's what it is. It makes them feel like their submissive self when they're sucking a dick.
Ugh.
If you don't believe me that sucking dick makes you feel submissive, then go to prison and suck a dick. I bet you'll feel submissive after that.
I mean, yeah, yeah, I'm sure I would. But
It
he said he's.
reminds people of their place. It's not a matter of if you like it or not. God damn it. You embrace it regardless. I had plenty of bad blowjobs. Think I give a fuck? It's about the action. It's about the action. It's the humbling factor. That's what it is. It's the humbling factor. You gotta humble them. Put them on their knees.
I mean, he said he's been with the girl that was celibate before. He said he was with her for like 5 months, I think. I guess they just never had sex the whole time. So he seems like he's, willing to wait as long as it takes. So,
All right. Well, I don't know. It seems like you're leading this nigga on, and then you'll be mad when he's not ready for you.
well, no, it's
Or
just
when you garner feelings for him, and then he just says, "Never mind." You know.
no, it's just I just don't want to end up old and alone. So I figure I
Well, you
might as
will.
well.
You will if you don't fuck rigorously on command. That's for goddamn sure.
Well, He said he wanted to take me to Essence Fest. He said he wasn't expecting anything from it.
Yes, he
I
is.
assumed
God damn it. Yes, he is. And if he's not, then you should stay the fuck away from him because he should require. That's probably why you not feeling him that way because he hasn't put his penis down. Fuck the fuck. Sometimes you got to put your penis down in a relationship and make you suck it. Like that's what. God damn it. Men value your penis. Don't be like this nigga. What the fuck is that? And notice how the shit's turning her off and she can't feel she don't understand why. Y'all think y'all doing a favor. Y'all think y'all doing yourselves a motherfucking favor by telling her what she want. Woman comes up to you like, I'm celibate. Like, well, I'm not, god damn it. Here's my penis. You think by pretending to be celibate she's gonna want to fuck you better? Well, you're wrong. It is her duty to be prettier than you are handsome, submissive, fuck you rigorously on command, and get you sandwiches. And if she do not embrace her natural role as a woman, then you step to the side.
the lights have to be on.
That's up to him. Dang. All that is up to him. If he brings the lights and the camera, you bring the action.
Yeah,
That's how that works. Fucking people got the world confused.
I
The
just
world
want to.
confused.
I just I just want to take it slow. Real slow. Get to know each other. You know,
No,
real
you
slow.
just don't respect his penis. You just don't respect his penis. And I don't know what to say about that, but he's not respecting his penis, so you know, I don't know what kind of dude this is, but you could feel it. You could feel it in your vagina that you can't respect the penis of a man who doesn't respect itself.
I'm not lesbian.
I didn't say
Well,
you were
I
lesbian.
will
What,
say,
somebody in the chat room said you're lesbian?
yeah, that's what munching carpet means.
Oh, oh,
I'm
Munchie
not
Car. I didn't read it
lesbian,
yet.
but I will say I have liked more women than I've liked men. I will say that. I didn't do anything with them, but I have liked more women than men.
The focus of the conversation is penis. That's the focus. He has to respect this. In my opinion, he has to respect his penis. Blowjobs are optional, nigga. What?
That's what he
Nothing is
said.
optional. Nothing is optional. God damn it. Giving away options and shit. The fuck are you? Like a stockbroker? All right, well then just be it if that's what you like. I don't know. I think this nigga's probably exceptionally thirsty or something like that, but I don't care. You know,
He's a little older.
you
He's
fucking
30. He's
not
32.
sucking women. Stuff like that don't matter. So
Oh,
his age doesn't matter. The point is he has a penis and it's your job to suck it. And he is not holding you to your, desire. He's
I
not
I
keeping you
asked
he's not keeping you in your place. That's the problem. He's not keeping you in your place.
I asked him. I said, "Do you require blowjobs from your women?" And he busted out laughing. He said, "I don't require anything from my women."
God damn
That's
it.
what he said. That's what he said.
Well, he's a fucked up individual. I require a lot. No, yes, it is humbling, Jessica X. It's not humbling to you because you remain in a constant humble state. However, if you start going around getting uppity and shit, then you walk around getting uppity and shit, then a good blowjob will put you in your place. That's how that works. You start going around getting hoity-toity and all this shit, and then you find yourself with a penis in your mouth, and you're like, you know something? This is what womanhood feels like. Trust me. What's going on, man? Hello? You on mute, brother? That's okay. Yeah, I think something's wrong with the like online. Yeah, I think something's wrong with like finding people online. I think the online market just has a bunch of interesting guys, or maybe it's just a thirst. Maybe it's just a thirst thing. Either way, this is unacceptable behavior. You think I'm hungry every time I want a sandwich? Sometimes you just gotta do shit to put them in their natural place. Like one time, we was gonna go out to eat, right? Some years back, we was gonna I was with a chick. We was gonna go out to eat, and she said, she was like, "Okay, good. I don't have to cook tonight." I'm like, "No, you gotta cook anyway, and then I'll throw the shit out." But you just gotta be reminded that you are the person that cooks shit. No, I didn't do that. I'm joking, but I'm still. All right, let's see. Well, she need to hunger for penis or else. But dudes, you gotta respect your penis. We compromise. That's the problem, black men. Y'all compromise too much. Y'all compromise too goddamn, and that's a sign of weakness. And it's never gonna get you anything that you want in life ever. You gotta require shit. Okay. I think this was a black dude. I don't know. She stepped away. I says lesbian. I'm wild. Yeah, I guess I'm a wild dude. Oh shit! I got a treat from Marco. I was a penis telling truth. Yeah, exactly, Jessica. I mean, some things you just gotta like. It's a constant state of submission. It's a constant state of submission. And even when you don't want something, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. This is gonna sound fucked up, right? But I'm gonna tell y'all a story. I had this submissive. Y'all know about the lifestyle. Of course, now everybody does, but that I'm in BDSM, and in the lifestyle, you come across extremely submissive females who get sexual gratification from servitude, whether they're in a relationship or not. Even when shit, this is a white chick, but even when shit was fine and in order, before she came by, I would mess something up and have her fix it. I give you a prime example because this is one that I finally landed on that I could do all the time. I'd hide the remote and make her find it. Now she didn't know that I was hiding it, but I would say, "Where's the remote?" And she would start looking for it and shit like that, and she'd search her whole house for the place that I hid my remote control. So shit like that. Why? Because doing shit for me keeps her in a submissive state, and she is happy and tranquil in doing it. Now, do you think I got pleasure from that shit? No, no. I would just as soon just have the remote in hand. But see, I understand that she has to be in her womanness. Think I don't know how to make a sandwich? I know how to make a sandwich. But I understand that she is happiest in her womanness. This is what keeps her vagina flowing. And that's why Beth's isn't flowing right now because she's not in her womanness because he doesn't even require a goddamn blowjob. There's nothing wrong with this guy physically or personality wise or anything like that, except for the fact that he is not keeping her in her goddamn womanness. It's a 24-hour thing. It's constant and consistent servitude in every facet. In college, because I do a lot of math and shit like that, so I use pencil instead of a paper, and maybe like every 45 minutes or so, I tell a chick, come sharpen my pencil. Now the pencil sharpener is right next to me, and she'll be, in the dorm room, and she'll be on the bed or something, reading or watching TV or something like that, and she would come, walk up, and sharpen and put in the electric pencil sharpener like right there. Could I sharpen it myself? Yes. Would I have the pencil sharpened quicker were I to do it myself? Yes. Earned it of her place in life as my helpmate. And the moment she doesn't, she start getting ornery. She start getting ornery. Y'all ever mess with an ornery bitch? She start getting ornery and she start testing and poking and challenging and shit like that. And then that's when the arguments start because it's something in their brain that just can't remain idle. Why? Because they're out of their submissive state. So, they that's when shit starts going awry. And that's another reason that's driving the divorce and dysfunction in society. It's convenience. Being a housewife does not take up the whole day. Therefore, the extra time is spent nefariously because idle hands, and idle brains. And what do they do with their idle brains? They watch fucking Oprah. They watch fucking Sally Jesse Raphael or whatever the fuck these bitches. They watch the Hallmark Channel, Lifetime, The Color Purple over and over again. That's what the fuck they do. It spoils the bitch. They must be in a constant and repetitious state of submission. Repetitious state of submission. No off days. Blowjob is optional. All right, bro. I'm gonna check my email. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, was that penis telling truth though? Huh? You say, dude, LaShawn, bro, what's going on, man? Are you drunk, dude? Because your comments are just not consistent with the conversation. Yeah, they start watching reality shows, Real Housewives or whatever the fuck. I'm telling you, you keep her idle. It's supposed to be constant. Just because you don't need something to be done, have her do something anyway. It is in her nature to please you, and once she's taken out of her natural state, then shit gets fucked up. Like me, like take me for example. Haven't been to the gym in a while, but it's my natural state. It's my natural state to be virile and agile and shit like that. That's my natural state as a motherfucking man. However, taken out of this state for a significant amount of time has made me sluggish. Has made me lazy. I'm not my full self right now. So I gotta break this. And that's why Beth is confused. And her vagina is confused too. Going off. What do you mean? Well, I mean, it's not for everybody. All right. I have no idea what the fuck is going on in your brain. I don't know if you're a boomer or what in the fuck, but uh, let's see. More than a few. I mean, well, there's the how can I say? There's structural BDSM, and then there's just natural BDSM. And I think that more women are just naturally submissive to men, and men are naturally dominant. But then there are people who are into like the protocol BDSM, and that's when you go to the meetings and everything, and like the person should do this, and this is how you do this, and this, and this. And I can't stand that shit. I can't stand that shit because it's full of these fucking dames who hate men, and they try to influence the protocol to separate straight men and straight women because they're fucking bitches, and they don't think that anybody's on to them. I'm on to you, you fucking fake ass, old ass, ugly ass Asian bitch. You, yeah, I'm talking about somebody in particular. Fuck them all. How in the fuck you gonna have rules? Don't nobody dictate what my dick takes. The whole point is to be your natural self. And they try to put goddamn rules and restrict. Fuck all of you. So I go there for the rope classes and shit like that because I want to be safe when I tie a bitch up. But outside of that, fuck all you. Well, black feminism is taking them out of their submissive state, or rather, it's manipulating it because they're submitting to black feminism. They're not submitting to black men, and that's because black men like this nigga is not requiring it of them. Yeah. Did you repeat that or something? Yeah, no, I don't know if he's on some weirdo shit or semi-literate or just like a fucking boomer or drunk. I don't know what the fuck is up with that dude. Oh yeah, you talking about his comments? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Hey, so it was a brother that hit me on the email, and I told him to hit me. Oh, so this was before the lockdown. But yeah, yeah. If you in the Bay, let me know. But yeah, it was a brother it was a brother out this way. I told him that we could meet up at one of AM1's events. But I think that they're closed down, so that's not gonna happen anytime soon. But shit, meet up at the lake or something. Mm. All right, you got something? I mean, hop on the panel if you got something to break down to me. Damn it, I lost my spot. Damn, I got a lot of scrolling down. Damn, y'all type in faster than I can scroll down. No, I use the electric pencil sharpener. So I use wooden number two pencils. And I don't know why I do, but I don't like mechanical pencils. So yeah, and you sharpen that enough, and you just invest in an electric pencil sharpener. That's what I had in the thing. It wasn't part of the it wasn't part of the setup. It wasn't part of the college setup. I bought it separately from Fry's. Yeah, you goddamn right. Whether you like it or not, like it's psychological. See, sex isn't just about the physical aspect of it. It's psychological on both sides. It's psychological. What you talking about, blowjobs? I mean, it's their nature to want to please you, Zone. I mean, if they say something like that, it's probably a shit test. And don't get me wrong, it's not like I haven't been with girls that don't do blowjobs. Um, um, when I was younger, because there was stigmas behind it, and a lot of young black girls were just not ready for that step. This is when they first started having sex proper. So, I get it. I don't know how old you are, but some girls aren't into that. But know that they're not prepared for wifey status. They're just there passing the time between now and the women that do give blowjobs. That's their purpose in life. They're fucking bookmarks until you get to the end of the blowjob. Fucking lazy bitches. Know your goddamn place. Put your mouth on my business. All right, let's see. Laughing at Stoic. I don't know what he's. God damn it, this nigga. All right, I'm not even gonna read that shit. Um, okay. Well, um, no, I can't say I know any, but well, I do know some. Every now and again, there's like mingles and shit like that, and yeah, sometimes they bring their husbands. I met like a really older white couple whose son is considering trans and shit like that. But I actually like the older ones because they come from like a traditional settings. But yeah, no, there's some married, but not all of them. You know. But this is throughout the course of my life. So I've when I was younger, of course, it was very few married ones. But it's about the same. About the same. I mean, some of them are just like nymphos, and they're not actually in a BDSM, but they have little sexual restraint, and those women are not only not married, they're unmarriageable. And that lack of restraint affects other aspects of their life, like drug abuse, alcoholism. I see that sometimes in the community, which is a problem. But that's their dominance problem. Spoiling or expiring? What are you talking about? Talking about what? Expired pussy or something? All right. Let's see. Oh, did I read that, or did you say that twice that we can meet up in the town? Yeah, exactly. It's not like a tangible connection. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, there is a satisfaction. Like, I mean, think about it. The euphoric feeling after you come, right? What does that last? Like, what, maybe like 20 seconds or so? I mean, don't get me wrong, you relax just like a good massage after that, but like the euphoria, the dopamine shot that you get, it's not that long lasting. And when you think of it from physical perspective, it's like, damn, that like all that work for this long of a pleasure, There has to be more to it. There has to be, and that is what I try to get brothers to explore that aspect. What, you making movies now, porn? Well, you would be the first. If I was Asian and I did porn, my name would be Hong Lo. All right, let's see. All right. God damn it. No, I'm not doing. What are you talking about? Look, you have a style of writing and articulation that's different than mine. It could be temporal, it could be geographical, it could be a number of things. It's just different. It's just, I mean, no hate, but I have a difficult time understanding what you're. Hop on the panel. Hop on the panel. I mean, I'm about to get off soon, but hop on the panel. I'm not trying to like shun you or anything. I genuinely don't understand you. And that's not shade. If I did, I just read what you say and respond like I'm doing everybody else. I didn't like single you out and say I'm gonna fuck with you. You know, I genuinely don't understand you. I'm not trying to put doubt in others or anything like. I asked if you're. I don't understand you, bro. That's the thing. You know, that's where we're at. You can hop on the because like sometimes it's just the way you a person writes. All right, let's see. All right, am I finally at the bottom of these motherfuckers? All right, all right. Well, thanks, Mace. All right, so now that I'm at the bottom, let me check this Marco email before I head out. All right, let's see. All right. So I didn't feel like cooking today, so I ate one of those rotisserie chickens, but I should have cooked. And the price of eggs gone up. Like what in the fuck? Why in the fuck do the price of shit I like go up? Motherfucker. I need my eggs. I bought 60 of them. It was like 11.99. Oh, it could be some Easter shit. Maybe that's it. All right, hold on. Okay. All right, that's beautiful, Marco. All right, so I appreciate it. Let me crap. I gotta take this headset out and then StreamYard acts funny. Ah crap. Okay, LaShawn.
Hey, bro. I'm I'm gonna ask you one quick question, and then if you answer this question and I'm correct about it, were you not the one sloppy slide done trashed recently?
Yes, that was me. He
Okay,
accused me of a very horrible sin. Yeah. Or he echoed
okay,
an accusation of a very horrible sin. Absolutely. That's me.
all right. Are you a black man?
Yes, I am.
When we ain't got off the first boat, we ain't never been what you got in 2020, and we don't. I mean, damn. When's the first slave came off the boat? You see the difference in centuries? That's what you got. Now, the question I had with the person that came on the panel before was their voice sounded too beefy. And then they said key words. Well, the woman he dealt with. Like, wait, you're a woman too. You're talking like a woman, but you specifically noted the women he dealt with before he dealt with you. And in 2020, that's an option. But when the first slave came off the boat, it wasn't. Now, honestly, as a man that's been accused like you did, and everything's proven, and they're still saying you guilty still, and your name's been cleared, and it's been proven, they don't care. And that's what I was saying. Now, I know the chat room's getting up and lit and everything else, but that's fine. There's a lot of people defending you. Like a lot of people defended you before this damn accusation came out, while the accusation came out, and everything else. So we just giving you respect just like I am. Now, people want to know what the World War II was. Do you know World War I, black people came home from World War I, and they were still segregated. Black people came from World War II, was still segregated. And the damn thing is, here it is. Any straight black man, we either DL, lying, got baby mamas, every damn thing else. And here's the thing. Every ethnic group that came to this country is using our civil rights that we still don't have today. We're not the second class of America, even though we were the first class to build it. Am I wrong on that statement, sir?
Well,
and
no, you're
definitely
you're definitely right. But okay, so here, let me interrupt you for a second, Sean. Let me ask you this.
Go ahead. No. This is your panel, and that's why I asked you the question. Serious. I'm not one of those people. When it's a topic, I typed in the chat room. When I catch up, I will join your panel out of respect, because you've been a man of respected ever since I found you on somebody else's panel. You put your link in. I've been sub since then. I'm not going to disrespect you, because trust me.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you. Let me ask you.
I get it every day too, Dre.
Well, without being too specific, what age group are you in? Like, just a ballpark. Doesn't have to be specific.
Man, I'll tell you the ballpark. My birthday is in May. I'll be 45. And you know what?
Okay, so you go for it.
Ever since I've been born, I had to go ahead and carry the goddamn same stereotypes you had born into. No matter what year I was born into, you didn't get no day different when you were born later than me. And you still were a good damn man too. And I was a good damn man when I was born. And I'm going to die a good man just like you is. But you know what they're going to do? They're going to go ahead and say, we don't get the bottom rung. We at the bottom of the barrel jumping to grab the first rung at the bottom of the ladder. And we ain't changed nothing. They ain't changed nothing. And sadly, our own women will gladly use us as an example so they can make a step up that ladder. And they use you to do the same damn thing. And that's what hurts, bro. That's what hurts. You've been a damn solid man ever since you've been born, same as me. Same as my grandfather and every man before you. But you know what? They don't respect the man you always going to do until you hit your grave, and then they'll talk shit about you. And that's the truth.
Well, okay. I agree. What I want to say is this. History is infinitely long and growing every day. as we're all aware. Like anything, whether it's video games, whether it's cell phones, whether it's YouTube for me, or television or something like that, certain forms of intrigue and mental stimulation can be addicting. Would you agree with that?
Very much so.
Okay, what I'm getting from you, because you're not an older guy, and by older I mean like old enough to have lived through the things that you're describing. Um, so what I'm getting from you is that you have a fascination with history that you wish to share with us, especially as it applies today. And it's nothing really on the surface. But LaShawn, what's going on right now is that you're saying things in the chat room that's not really on topic because you have so much information that you want to give to us at once. But when you type
I
it
agree
in,
with that. I agree with that. I agree with that, Game Changer. You were right about that. I'm throwing out a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm trying to like get somebody who might know that specific fact. And damn, you know what? I read about that or saw that or something, just like you is. Never, everybody won't understand what you mean until they see it. You might not understood it until you recently got it. And you thought it was bullcrap before it happened to you. But the thing is, it don't matter how old I am. You got the same generation I do. Every black man that everybody want to sit there and say, Emmett Till, and they ain't even nowhere near the black man you is, like Emmett Till. And they still sit there and treat you like crap while they use an example of Emmett Till and won't respect you on Emmett Till's memory. And that's what we're dealing with as black men. And the thing is, Candace Jones blasted Andrew Gillum, but we are asked as black men to support him while the person didn't even include her in the reason why he was outed. And we wouldn't know. We didn't have no connection, and they didn't call us. Now, if they called Super Sly, that might have been a story for him, like it was for you. It's still 2020, and hell, we still the first 65 slaves that came off the first damn boat in 2020. And that was 18 something, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Well, it's off topic. I see what you're saying, but understand Sly is just one who doesn't really understand general base manhood concepts. So, I wouldn't say that his thinking is.
I wish Sly was one. I wish Sly was one. But Sly, along with many on that list, is sitting there separating themselves and paying their 10% tithes to the queen. What I mean.
You're blaming the collective on the actions of one. Let's be clear. This is.
No, I'm not.
No,
I'm blaming the one for following the collective.
Hold on,
Sly pulled that out his ass. He didn't have anybody else's support on that one on you. Okay,
brother, hold on. Let's be clear. He's the only one that pulls.
You have the floor, sir.
He's the only one that pulls some shit like this. Let's be clear. Do not blame a collective. This is not a reflection on Black Manosphere.
I'm not blaming the collective. I'm blaming every damn single one. He wasn't the only one, Game Changer, that put your name in dirt, sir.
Hold up. What I'm saying is that, and yeah, some people foolishly, follow suit, but let's be clear that he is the minority, and so was the people who went along with that shit. Just to be clear, this is some he's a rogue nigga on some retard shit. So he doesn't represent the rank and file brothers. He represent just fucking transversal niggas. Now, what I'm gonna do is Sly was nice enough to get this, or not Sly, but Marco was nice enough to get this for me. So let me play it for everybody.
Oh, please do, sir.
Congratulations, Game Changer. We are happy for you.
All right, appreciate you, love. Appreciate you, Marco. So, but yeah. So it's done now. He exposed himself for not really having his. I mean, some dudes, their gyroscope is a little off. It's cool though, but I mean, it's over. I was never.
Can I add something? May I add something to the statement you just made?
Yeah.
You were an honorable man. That man shitted on you. Yeah, he a minority, but he co-signed the majority. And you know what the majority is going to listen to? Listen, Sly, please. I mean, Sly did it. Okay? Game Changer, you are an honorable man. You're going to die an honorable man. Look, I'm a sub, but I know good and damn well by listening to you, grown-ass man. You can be younger than me. You're still the same grown man I was at the same age you was, trying to make this damn path, and everybody is sitting there calling you out your name. And that's what Sly did. He pulled a move. And that's the problem. Now, Sly was one of the ones that said, well, I'm with y'all and every damn thing. No, it's the level so damn deep. While he went in on you, realize he went in believing or acting like, and everything was a lie after he did it to you, and you weren't guilty. How many black men ain't guilty? But everybody get to say it, and we get to say, oh, it's the minority. But the majority co-signed it. And they sitting there slapping him on the back until he finally got the truth, and then he want to correct himself. And then how many people ran on that story about you that want to correct themselves? And we already had the trial. We already had the trial. We already had the trial, though. We already had the trial, Game Changer.
Well, he was, but just to be clear, he was a minority. Yeah, he was the minority.
He was minority. If the majority is saying, "Good damn job," we gonna run with it, though.
He was a rogue nigga that did rogue nigga shit. I personally, we shouldn't even be talking about this because it's something.
Game Changer. Do you realize the rogues? Look. The list is a rogue nigga, and guess what? The list is what the hell we fighting against. That's a road nigga. But you see how impactful a road nigga can be? So I'm not gonna sit there and just wipe the board with them, because they went out their way to say you is the reason and I'm better than you, and they did a simp move on you, and they used you as an example so you can be the sacrifice. And that ain't right, bro. That ain't right. And I'm sorry. I understand what you're saying, but damn it, they sacrificed you for no damn good reason, and I don't give a damn if it's a minority or a majority. You represent yourself as an honorable man, and damn it, I'm gonna honor the man that's honorable. I don't give a freaking hell who did it. You were right, you were righteous, and you were honorable. I don't give a damn who stump on your soul. I'm gonna stump on their soul, period, because you didn't deserve it. But that's what the hell they did to you. And that ain't right, bro, because they did it to me. They did it to my father. They did it to your grandfather. They did it to everybody. And you know what? It's still the first 65 niggas off the goddamn slave ship. They moved here. We ain't changing. It's 2020. That's my point. And the thing is, I'm not going to go ahead and say, oh, it was just a simple mistake, motherfucker. Because hell, I'm a motherfucker too.
Oh, no, I'm not saying hell.
Honestly, this is a statement.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. This is the result of a pathological nigga and somebody who. Well, I don't even want to get into that.
But I mean, he was raised by his mama, and he's just as pathological as her.
Okay, I
And
want to shift
that's
the
the
subject.
problem.
Well, no, I know it's your first time here. What I want to do is I want to shift the subject because I'm about to close down. So let me get your
That's perfectly fine.
yeah. All
I
right, cool.
just want to give you respect that you deserve, that you should have got from the whole time I was sub to you, because you didn't
Okay.
do nothing wrong, and I getting pissed off about men doing right and we, the Negroes, doing right while everybody co-signed somebody they chose, and you were not the choice, and you deserve better, and that's what needs to be said. You are an honorable black man.
Okay, appreciate you, brother.
And damn it, you no, bro. I'm serious on this one. I'm one, and we carrying the history of every honorable black man that didn't get no honor because they were slaves.
Right.
We live in their dreams, bro. We live in their dreams. They couldn't even imagine what the hell we can do now. It's our jobs to go ahead and live their dreams so their memory ain't dead. And everybody crapped on it. And you carrying the same damn memories for your forefathers like I am for mine. And that is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a damn if it's a minority. I don't give a damn if he's broke. I don't give a damn. Nothing. You did right. You lived an honorable life, and you should deserve it. Because a white man would have got it, an Asian man would have got it, a Mexican man would have got it, any damn other race. But your own women is calling you Negroes, and now they got code factors, black, male, female fuckery. That's what he did to you. And that wasn't right, bro. That's what I was typing. Right. And I only used World War II because if I use 2020, I'm being misogynist. If I use World War II, that's history.
Got you. All right. So on the topic at hand, then we'll shut down. Have you traveled internationally? LaShawn?
My mama was Army, and yes, I was an Army brat, and yes, I've seen a few parts of the world while she traveled and I was living. I traveled once outside this country, and then I did renew my passport.
So
sometimes you need to travel out just to get a break from all the crap you always get called for. It'd be nice to go to a land that don't call you nigger. Period.
Did you
travel all over the United States and still be viewed as a threat? You can go overseas, and damn, you can enjoy just taking a vacation from what the hell you got to go home from. I mean, and that is that wrong? To take a week break from getting out the country that you know
according
they're gonna hang you for?
Well, yeah, according to some people it is, and you know those people are extremely disturbed, in my opinion. But yeah, and that's what I have this channel for, to because it's a crab barrel mentality that we have to fight. But yeah, I'd like to thank you.
I want to respect you because I respect you for giving me an opportunity to have a break, bro.
All right, appreciate you, bro.
2 hours might be the vacation I need to get through them 2 hours, and I can go to sleep at night. Because damn it, there's other men that understand the struggle.
Well, once this is over, brother, renew your passport and you know, find a place in the world that you're curious about. You know, that's my opinion, and take an actual vacation. My show will still be there while you're on the fly, and you know, it's all good, brother. But I'm gonna close down. All right.
GameChanger. Appreciate you letting me on. I appreciate everybody in the chat room. I'm glad y'all had discussions and disputes and every damn thing else. It just means you still free.
Always, bro.
Nothing personal. I ain't got time to go ahead and poop in your damn parade. Because damn it, I got a house. I've got land. And damn it, I might be stateside. I'm still SYBM because I'm still going to save my black ass. Don't mean I got to leave the country. Just means I got to save myself from the women that and the men and everybody else who still want to keep me at the bottom of the barrel. While they use my victimhood to make steps. And Game Changer, I'm sorry, bro, that's what they did to you. And you deserve more respect than that.
Appreciate you, brother.
And no, I appreciate you for representing yourself as a man I can respect, because that's the same damn thing I'm doing for myself. You stay safe, and you still keep doing what the hell you do, because you doing right, bro. That's all I got to say. I'm dropping off.
All right, appreciate you. All right, so that being said, thanks to LaShawn, thanks to Beth for hopping on. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all, these shadow bans is really, it's kind of like reminding me when I first started out on YouTube. You know, these low numbers and stuff, but you know, hey, you know, and we all make sacrifices. So you know, this is mine. Plus a bunch of lifestyle changes and shit like that. But you know, we endure. Here, let me play this again before I cut out. And also hit that like button if you haven't already. And here we go.
Hey, congratulations, Game Changer. We are happy for you. Mwah.
All right, appreciate it. All right, I'll be happy to see you whenever this is over. So we all make sacrifices. Right now, shit, shadow ban, delayed trips and shit like that. Hey, you know, it sucks, but my family's intact, my friends are intact, you know, people are healthy. So, you know, there's worse things that could happen. And shit, I'm still on keto, so you know, I mean, I'm liking what I'm seeing, but I do gotta I'm gonna start I started today, but I'm gonna continue to walk the park. You know, on the suggestion of a friend I was talking to last night. So, but yeah, you know, eggs are more expensive, but shit, you know, that's life sometimes, you know. Anyway, this is Game Changer 00100. Game over. Peace.